Aladdin is a 2019 American musical fantasy film and a live-action adaptation of Disney's 1992 animated film Aladdin, itself based on the Middle Eastern folk tale. Directed by Guy Ritchie and written by Ritchie and John August, the film stars Will Smith, Mena Massoud, and Naomi Scott, with Marwan Kenzari, Naveed Negahban, Nazim Pedrad, and Billy Magnuson in supporting roles. In October 2016, Disney announced Ritchie would direct a live-action remake of Aladdin. Smith was the first member of the cast to join, signing on to portray Genie in July 2017, and Massoud and Scott were confirmed for the other two lead roles later that month. Principal photography began that September at Long Cross Studios in Surrey, England, and ended in January 2018. Filming also took place in the Wadi Rum Desert in Jordan. Additional filming and pickups took place in August 2018. Aladdin premiered at the Grand Rex in Paris on May 8, 2019, and was theatrically released in the United States on May 24. The film received mixed reviews from critics and grossed over $1 billion worldwide, making it the 9th highest grossing film of 2019. Amongst Disney's live-action remakes, the film is the 8th most expensive and 3rd highest grossing to date. Plot: in the fictional city of Agrabah, based on Baghdad, an orphan street urchin named Aladdin and his monkey, Abu, meet Princess Jasmine, who has snuck away from her sheltered life in the palace. She wishes to succeed her father as Sultan but is instead expected to marry one of her royal suitors. Jafar, the royal vizier, schemes to overthrow the Sultan and seeks a magic lamp from the Cave of Wonders, that only the diamond in the rough can retrieve. While sneaking into the royal palace to visit Jasmine, Aladdin and Abu are captured by Jafar. He offers to make Aladdin rich enough to impress Jasmine in exchange for retrieving the lamp from the Cave of Wonders. Once there, Aladdin frees a magic carpet and finds the lamp. Aladdin gives the lamp to Jafar, who double-crosses him and kicks him and Abu back into the cave, but not before Abu steals the lamp back. Trapped in the cave, Aladdin rubs the lamp, unwittingly summoning the omnipotent genie inside, who has the power to grant 3 wishes to anyone who has the lamp. Aladdin gets them out of the cave without using a wish, on a technicality. Determined to woo Jasmine, he uses his official first wish to become a prince and promises to use his 3rd wish to free the genie from servitude and turn him human. Aladdin makes an extravagant arrival at Agrabah as Prince Ali of Ababwe, but he struggles to impress Jasmine. Posing as Aladdin's human attendant, the genie is mutually smitten with Dahlia, Jasmine's handmaiden. Aladdin and Jasmine bond when he takes her on a ride on the magic carpet. Tricked into revealing his true identity, he lies to her, saying that he actually is a prince and dressed like a peasant to explore Agrabah. When Jafar discovers Aladdin's identity, he kidnaps Aladdin and throws him into the palace moat and into the sea, knowing that if he survives, it will prove that he has the lamp. The genie rescues Aladdin, costing him his 2nd wish. Once rescued, Aladdin returns to the palace and destroys Jafar's magic cobra staff, ending his spell over the Sultan and revealing his plot. Jafar is then arrested and imprisoned in the dungeons. The Sultan allows Aladdin to marry Jasmine. Aladdin goes back on his promise to free the genie, feeling uncertain of being able to keep up his charade without him. Dismayed that his new friend will continue living a lie, the genie retreats to the lamp. Freed by his parrot sidekick Iago, Jafar steals the lamp and becomes the genie's new master. He uses his 1st wish to become Sultan and his 2nd one to become the world's most powerful sorcerer. Jafar then exposes Aladdin, exiling him and Abu to a frozen wasteland, and tortures the Sultan and Dahlia until Jasmine agrees to marry him. The genie secretly teleports the magic carpet to rescue Aladdin and Abu behind Jafar's back. At the wedding, as Aladdin returns to Agrabah, Jasmine steals the lamp from Jafar and jumps onto the magic carpet. Jafar then uses a sand twister to recapture Aladdin and Jasmine and destroy the magic carpet. As Jafar holds Jasmine, Dahlia, and the Sultan under his magic, Aladdin taunts Jafar for being second in power to the genie, goading him into using his last wish to become the most powerful being in the universe. Jafar turns into a genie and becomes trapped inside his own lamp, dragging Iago with him, and the genie banishes them to the Cave of Wonders. Abu rescues the magic carpet and Genie fixes it up. Jasmine, Dahlia, and the Sultan are freed from Jafar's magic. The genie encourages Aladdin to use his third wish to regain his royal title and legally marry Jasmine. Aladdin instead keeps his promise and frees the genie by using his last wish, allowing him to live as a human. Dahlia, the genie, and the Sultan know that Jasmine loves Aladdin. The Sultan crowns Jasmine the new Sultana regnant, no longer bound to marry a prince, and she and Aladdin marry. Meanwhile, the genie marries Dahlia, and they start a family as they explore the world together. Cast. Main article, list of Disney's Aladdin characters. Will Smith as Genie/Mariner, a comical and kindly jinn who has the power to grant 3 wishes to whoever possesses his magic lamp. Smith said that he was terrified while playing the character, but that he found a lane that pays homage to Robin Williams' performance in the original animated film, while still making the role his own thing. 4. Smith described the character as both a trickster and a mentor, who tries to guide Aladdin to the truth of the greatness that's already within him. 1. Smith physically portrays the character when he is in the guise of a human, while his giant blue genie form is CGI, portrayed through motion capture performance. 5-6. Mena Massoud as Aladdin, an impoverished but kind-hearted Agrabah thief and street urchin who is in love with Princess Jasmine. Massoud said that Aladdin sees a future for himself that's greater than what's been set out for him at the present moment. He doesn't know exactly what it is or how he's going to get there, but he knows it is out there, and felt the character is very selfless and usually does things for other people, but as he falls in love he loses himself a little bit and starts to become someone that he's not. But he's a good person with good intentions and has good people surrounding him who lead him back to where he's supposed to be. 1. Naomi Scott as Jasmine, the beautiful princess of Agrabah and the daughter of the Sultan who wants to have a say in how she lives her life and falls in love with Aladdin. Scott said that the character will be strong and have fun, but also get it wrong and be emotional. She's a multidimensional woman, and she does not have to just be one thing. So in this movie, you see her go on such a roller coaster, as opposed to her one goal being to escape the loneliness of royalty and find a companion. She further stated that Jasmine will try to find the courage to speak out for her people. 7 and said that Jasmine wants to know what goes on in her kingdom and reconcile the distance that has been created, and Aladdin gives her the courage to do just that. 1. Marwan Kenzari as Jafar, a nefarious, deceptive, power-hungry sorcerer and the Grand Vizier of Agrabah who, frustrated with the Sultan's ways of ruling, devises a dastardly plot to overthrow him as the ruler of Agrabah by acquiring the genie's lamp. Jafar's backstory is explored in the film, which producer Jonathan I. Reich felt would make the audience understand why he's so bad, as that's what makes him such a good villain. 1. Naveed Negahban as the Sultan, the wise and noble ruler of Agrabah who is eager to find a capable husband for his daughter Jasmine. On playing the character, Negahban said that it was very scary because the Sultan has so many followers. Lots of people grew up with that character, so they have certain expectations. It's not just an animated character. This has become a real personality, a real persona. 8. He further stated that after I read the script, I felt that re-watching the original will pollute my vision of the live-action character. In the new Aladdin, the Sultan has more depth and is not a caricature of a father. But I will let you judge it for yourself. 9. Nazim Pedrad as Dahlia, Jasmine's handmaiden and confidant. Pedrad said that Dahlia has been by Jasmine's side for years and really looks out for her. Dahlia is the only new character from the main cast. Billy Magnuson as Prince Enders, a suitor and potential husband for Jasmine from the Kingdom of Scanland. 610. Newman Akar as Hakim, the head of the palace guards who is loyal to the Sultan of Agrabah. Alan Tudyk as the voice of Iago, Jafar's sardonic and intelligent Scarlet Macaw companion. 11. This is the first instance where the character is not voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. In this film, Iago is portrayed as a more realistic parrot. Frank Welker as the voices of Abu, Aladdin's kleptomaniac but loyal pet tufted Capuchin 12-13-14 Raja, Jasmine's loving pet Bengal tiger, and the Cave of Wonders, a sand guardian who guards the magic lamp from intruders and only gives it to someone who's worthy, a diamond in the rough. Out of the three roles, the latter is the only one for which he receives credit. Additionally, Talia Blair and Jordan A. Nash respectively play Genie and Dahlia's daughter and son, Leanne, and Omar. Also, Robbie Haynes portrays Raizul, a palace guard. Nina Wadia plays Zula, a market trader who dislikes Aladdin. Wadia describes her appearance as more of a cameo as extra footage was needed after filming had wrapped. 15. Production. Development. On October 10, 2016, it was announced that Guy Ritchie would direct a live-action Aladdin film for Walt Disney Pictures, with John August writing the script and Dan Lin and Jonathan I. Reich attached as producers. The studio said that the film would be an ambitious and non-traditional take on the tale of Aladdin that would keep the musical elements of the original film. On the non-traditional aspect, the studio had originally planned for the film to be told in a non-linear format. 1617. On July 17, 2017, it was announced that Disney had hired Vanessa Taylor to polish the original screenplay by August, specifically some character work and what is called script doctoring. 18. Meanwhile, Ritchie and the studio focused on casting the other main roles, with filming slated to start in August in London. 19. When asked about Ritchie's take on the film, Pasek and Paul described it as very muscular and action-packed. 2021-22. Casting. In February 2017, Lynn said that they were looking for a diverse cast and that they would not try to make Prince of Persia. 23. A worldwide casting call for the lead roles of Aladdin and Princess Jasmine commenced in March 2017, with principal production set to take place in the UK from July 2017 until January 2018. 24. The call for the titular role included both South Asian and Southwest Asian, Arab, actors, which some critics suggested was a simplistic conflation that signaled an ignorance offensive to both cultures. 25. On April 19, 2017, it was reported that Will Smith was in talks to play Genie, for which was confirmed in July. 26, 27, 28. In August, Dutch actor Marwan Kenzari joined the cast as Jafar, with Nazim Pedrad cast in a newly created role as Mara, a handmaid and friend of Jasmine who serves as a comic relief. Newman Akar was set to play Hakim. 29-30. The following month, Billy Magnuson joined the cast in a newly created role as Prince Anders, alongside Naveed Negaban as the Sultan. 31-32. In May 2017, Little Mix member Jade Thirlwall was in talks for the part of Princess Jasmine. 33. On July 11, 2017, it was announced that principal production on Aladdin had been pushed back by a month, to August 2017, due to struggles in finding the right actor to portray the titular role. Over 2,000 actors and actresses had auditioned for the roles of Aladdin and Jasmine, but finding a male lead of Middle Eastern or Indian descent in his 20s who could act and sing was seemingly difficult for the producers. 25. Naomi Scott and Tara Sutaria were the final two actresses in the running for the role of Jasmine, but neither could be cast until a chemistry test was done with whoever would be cast as Aladdin. The studio was initially interested in Dev Patel or Riz Ahmed for Aladdin, but later decided to cast a relative newcomer. 27. Akraf Kautet, Mena Massoud, and George Costeros were among the actors being tested for the role. 27. Two musical film veterans, Mark Platt, who would serve as executive producer, and Chris Montan, were consulted before a final decision was made. 27. At the 2017 D23 Expo, on July 15, it was announced that Massoud would star as Aladdin and Scott as Jasmine, ending the 4-month-long open casting call. 28-34. Julie Ann Crommett, Disney's vice president of multicultural engagement, said the decision to cast Scott, the daughter of an English father and a Gujarati-Ugandan Indian mother, as Jasmine, reflected the mixing or association of different cultures in the broad region that consists of the Middle East, South Asia, and China, all of which make up the Silk Road. 35. On December 20, 2018, Gilbert Gottfried said that he was not asked to reprise his role as Iago, Jafar's pet parrot. 36. In March 2019, it was announced that Alan Tudyk would voice the character instead. 11. In May 2019, Welker was announced as reprising his role as Raja, Jasmine's pet tiger. 37. And the trailer had confirmed that Welker would reprise his role as the Cave of Wonders as well. Filming. Principal photography began on September 6, 2017, at Longcross Studios in Surrey, England, and wrapped on January 24, 2018. 38, 39, 40, 41 additional filming also took place at Arborfield Studios in Berkshire, England. 42, 43, 44 part of the film was shot in Wadi Rum Desert, Jordan. 45, 46 The Royal Film Commission provided support to the production during filming and assisted in facilitating logistics. Reshoots took place during August 2018. 47 The film's production sets were designed by Game of Thrones production designer Gemma Jackson. 48 The Prince Ali musical sequence features 1,000 dancers and extras. 49 Smith frequently improvises throughout the film. Massoud also revealed that there was a whole scene, where Prince Ali and Genie meet the royal family for the first time, that was improvised by the cast. 50. Visual effects. The visual effects were provided by Industrial Light and Magic and supervised by Michael Mulholland, Danielle Bigi, and David Seeger, with the help of Hybrid Technologies, DNEG, Ensviage, and Proof. 51. Controversies. In January 2018, it was reported that brown makeup was being applied to white extras during filming in order to blend in, which caused an outcry and condemnation among fans and critics, branding the practice as an insult to the whole industry while accusing the producers of not recruiting people with Middle Eastern or North African heritage. Disney responded to the controversy saying, "Diversity of our cast and background performers was a requirement and only in a handful of instances when it was a matter of specialty skills, safety and control, special effects rigs, stunt performers and handling of animals, were crew made up to blend in." 52-53. In addition to this, Disney faced backlash for casting Naomi Scott, a non-Arab actress, in the role of Princess Jasmine. Some critics argued that this decision reflected a lack of authentic representation and suggested that Disney viewed women of Middle Eastern and Indian heritage as interchangeable. 54-55. The decision to cast Billy Magnussen as an entirely new character not seen in the original film also drew criticism from fans. Some viewed the creation of his character as unnecessary, while others accused the film of whitewashing, since Magnussen is white. 56-57 But the Washington Post pointed out that Nazim Pedrad, an actress of Iranian-American descent, also was cast as a brand new character when she was awarded the role of Jasmine's friend Mara, later renamed Dahlia. 56. Music and soundtrack. See also, Aladdin, 2019 soundtrack. Alan Menken was brought in to compose the score for the film, reprising his duties from the original animated film. Pasek and Paul wrote a new song with Menken, and several songs from the original film by Menken, Howard Ashman, and Tim Rice were featured in the remake. Release. Aladdin held its world premiere at the Grand Rex in Paris, France, on May 8, 2019. 58-59 It was released by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures on May 24, 2019, switching its original release date with Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. The film was originally going to be released on December 20, 2019. But on September 12, 2017, the film was moved to May 24, 2019. 60-61. Aladdin's first regional premiere was in Jordan on May 13, 1962 in the presence of Prince Ali bin Hussein and Princess Rym Ali. Marketing. Will Smith debuted the first official poster on October 10, 2018. 63 The teaser trailer was released the following day. 64 In December 2018, Entertainment Weekly offered a first official look at the cast in costume on the cover of their issue for the most anticipated films of 2019. 65 On February 10, 2019, Disney debuted a special sneak peek of the film during the 61st Annual Grammy Awards, which was met with largely negative feedback from audiences, primarily due to the quality of the CGI genie in his blue design, created via motion capture effects. 66 67 68 The negative reception sparked a large amount of memes and Photoshop edits mocking Will Smith's appearance in the sneak peek, several of which compared it with Tobias Funk, from Arrested Development, painted in blue in an attempt to join the Blue Man Group. 69 70 On March 12, 2019, Disney debuted a second trailer on Good Morning America. The trailer had a much more positive reception than the previous one, as it featured several songs from the original film and more of Smith not entirely in motion capture. His CGI scenes received better notices, as well, although it was still mostly criticized by some critics when the film was released. 71 72. Novelization. A tie-in novelization of the film was published by Disney Publishing Worldwide on April 9, 2019. 73. Home media. Aladdin was released in digital HD for download and streaming on August 27, 2019, and was released on Ultra HD Blu-ray, and DVD on September 10. 74. Aladdin made its streaming debut on Disney Plus on January 8, 2020. With the launch of Disney Plus Hotstar on April 3, 2020 75 it was released in India in Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu as well as the original English. 76. As of April 22, 2020, the film had earned $345 million from worldwide home entertainment and television net revenues, bringing total box office and home entertainment revenue to $1.396 billion. 77. Soundtrack. Main article, Aladdin, 2019 soundtrack. Reception. Box office. Aladdin grossed $356.6 million in the United States and Canada, and $695.1 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $1.051 billion, against a production budget of $183 million. 3. It was the 9th highest grossing film of 2019. 78. The film crossed the $1 billion mark on July 26, 2019, becoming the 41st film to reach the milestone. 79. Deadline Hollywood calculated the net profit of the film to be $356 million, when factoring together all expenses and revenues. 81. In the United States and Canada, Aladdin was released alongside Booksmart and Brightburn, and was projected to gross around $80 million from 4,476 theaters over its 4-day opening weekend over Memorial Day. While Disney was projecting a $75 to $85 million debut, some independent trackers had the film opening to as low as $65 million or as high as $100 million. 82-83 The film made $31 million on its first day, including $7 million from Thursday night previews, the second best total of the Disney live-action remakes. 84 The film ended up overperforming, grossing $91.5 million in its 3-day opening weekend. 85, 86, 87, 88 and $116.8 million over 4 days during the extended Memorial Day frame. 89, 90, 91, 92 It was the third biggest opening of 2019 at the time, behind Avengers, Endgame and Captain Marvel, 93, 94 and the fifth highest Memorial Day launch ever, as well as the best debut of Ritchie's career and second best of Smith's. 89.95.96. The film then grossed $11.9 million on its fifth day, the biggest post-Memorial Day Tuesday ever. 97. In its second weekend, the film made $42.3 million, finishing second, behind newcomer Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and then made $24.7 million in its third weekend, finishing third. 98.99. It retained the third place position at the box office during its fourth and fifth weekends with $17.3 million and $13.2 million, respectively. 101. Aladdin ended its box office run as the eighth highest grossing film of 2019 in the US and Canada. 102. Worldwide, the film was expected to open to an additional $100 to $120 million, including $10 to $20 million in China. 103. It went on to gross $123.2 million from foreign territories in its three-day opening weekend, for an overall global debut of $214.7 million. It was the number one film in every Latin American and Asian territory where it was released. Its biggest international openings were in China, $18.7 million, Mexico, $9.2 million, the United Kingdom, $8.4 million, Italy, $6.6 million, and South Korea, $6.5 million. 104. It also won the second best opening of 2019 in Italy, Spain 104, Indonesia, and Vietnam. 105. In India, it debuted with 220 million Indian rupees, $2.6 million US, 106. The year's third best opening for a foreign film, behind Avengers, Endgame and Captain Marvel. 105. By Monday, the film had a global four-day launch of $255 million. 97. In its second weekend of international release, the film made $78.3 million from 54 countries, remaining number one in 32 of them. 107. In its fourth international weekend, Aladdin remained number one in 20 countries. 108. By the end of June 2019, the film surpassed Independence Day, 1996, to become the highest-grossing film of Will Smith's career worldwide. 109. It would also surpass the domestic record previously held by Suicide Squad, 2016. 110. As of August 19, 2019, the film's top 5 international markets are Japan, $110.1 million, South Korea, $90.4 million, China, $53.5 million, the United Kingdom, $46.4 million, and Mexico, $32.5 million. 111. It topped the UK box office for 4 weeks. 112. In the Middle East, it had the best Ramadan opening ever in the United Arab Emirates and Jordan. 104. And went on to become the highest grossing release of all time in the Middle East. 113. In Japan, the film debuted with $12.9 million, the year's highest opening weekend for a foreign film, surpassing Avengers, Endgame. 114. As of September 2019, it is the year's second highest grossing film in Japan, behind Weathering with You, and one of the top 20 highest grossing films ever in Japan. 115. In South Korea, it grossed over $82 million from over 11.4 million ticket sales as of July 2019, making it the year's third highest grossing film and second highest grossing foreign film in South Korea. 116. As well as the third highest grossing foreign film ever in South Korea and the highest grossing Disney film ever, not including the MCU, in the country. 117. Critical response. On the review aggregation website Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 57% based on 383 reviews with an average rating of 5.9/10. The site's critical consensus reads, Aladdin retells its classic source material's story with sufficient spectacle and skill, even if it never approaches the dazzling splendor of the animated original. 118. On Metacritic, The film has a weighted average score of 53 out of 100 based on 50 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. 119 audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of A on an A+ to F scale, while those at Post-Track gave it an overall positive score of 90%, with an average 4.5 stars out of 5, and a 70% definite recommend. 89. Writing for the Chicago Sun-Times, Richard Roeper gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, praising Smith, Scott, and Massoud's performances and calling it a shimmering live-action update. 120. Variety's Peter DeBrugge summarized his review with, "Will Smith steps into Robin Williams's shoes, bringing fresh attitude to the role of the Genie in Guy Ritchie's high-risk, mostly rewarding live-action remake." However, he criticized Kenzari's performance as Jafar, saying, "Dutch actor Marwan Kenzari may be a handsome alternative to the animated version's Grand Vizier, with his pencil mustache and Sophia Loren eyes, but he no longer looms large enough to feel like much of a threat." 121. Amir Fantastiki review by Yevgeny Peklo gave the film a score of 8/10, saying it was probably the best Disney live-action remake up to date. 122. Despite praising the cast, William Bibiani of The Wrap said of the film, "If you don't think about it very hard, although you probably should, the remake of Aladdin might entertain you. But you'd be a heck of a lot more entertained by watching the original film again. Or by going to a real-life parade. Or by doing some light gardening. Or by doing a crossword puzzle." 123. Chris Nashawati of Entertainment Weekly gave the film a C+, lamenting that it did not add anything new to its 1992 animated predecessor. He felt that the film was unable to update the original's questionable Middle Eastern characterizations, but nevertheless praised Smith's and Scott's performances. 124. Mark Kennedy of the Associated Press wrote that Guy Ritchie was always an odd choice to helm a big Disney romantic musical and proves utterly the wrong guy here. Aladdin, in his hands, is more like The Mummy than Frozen. 125. Before filming had started, some commentators criticized racial politics implied by the film's production elements and plot. Some expressed skepticism after the casting process about its conflation of Arab and Middle Eastern culture and lack of specificity and care. 126. In a review in 7 Ibr, Lamiz Asaf observed that the people and the setting looked more like India than a city in the Middle East. She also critiqued gendered and Orientalist stereotypes as reified by the film, writing that in the eyes of Disney and Hollywood, the stereotypical image of the Arab girl, the belly dancer with a small waist and long hair, and the dark-skinned, jealous, and chivalrous Arab man defending and protecting his women from harm's way, is much more attractive than actual Arabs, who are truly boring in reality. Willard Carol Smith 23, born September 25, 1968, is an American actor, rapper, and film producer. Known for his work in both the screen and music industries, his accolades include an Academy Award, a Golden Globe Award, a BAFTA Award, and 4 Grammy Awards. Films in which he has appeared have grossed over $10 billion worldwide, 4/5 making him one of Hollywood's most bankable stars. 6-7. Smith first gained recognition as part of a hip-hop duo with DJ Jazzy Jeff, with whom he released 5 studio albums which contained 5 Billboard Hot 100 Top 20 singles: Parents Just Don't Understand, A Nightmare on My Street, Summertime, Ring My Bell, and Boom. Shake the Room from 1985 to 1994. He released the solo albums Big Willie Style, 1997, Willennium, 1999, Born to Reign, 2002, and Lost and Found, 2005, which spawned the US #1 singles Gettin' Jiggy With It and Wild Wild West. He has won 4 Grammy Awards for his recording career. 8. Smith began his acting career starring as a fictionalized version of himself on the NBC sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 1990 to 1996, for which he was nominated for a Golden Globe in 1993 and 1994. He achieved wider fame as a leading man with the film franchises Bad Boys, 1995 to 2024, and Men in Black, 1997 to 2012, where he respectively portrayed Mike Lowry and Agent J. After starring in the thrillers Independence Day, 1996, and Enemy of the State, 1998, he received Academy Award for Best Actor nominations for his portrayals of Muhammad Ali in Ali, 2001, and Chris Gardner in The Pursuit of Happiness, 2006. He also starred in commercially successful films such as I, Robot, 2004, Shark Tale, 2004, Hitch, 2005, I Am Legend, 2007, Hancock, 2008, 7 Pounds, 2008, Suicide Squad, 2016, and Aladdin, 2019. 9. For his portrayal of Richard Williams in the biographical sports drama King Richard, 2021, Smith won the Academy Award for Best Actor. 10. At the 2022 ceremony, shortly before winning, Smith slapped and shouted at presenter Chris Rock after Rock made an unscripted joke referencing Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. 11. The event earned substantial media coverage and criticism, with Smith ultimately resigning from the Academy along with being banned from attending all their events for 10 years. 12. Early life. Willard Carroll Smith II was born on September 25, 1968, in Philadelphia, to Caroline, née Bright, a school board administrator, and Willard Carroll Smith Sr. 1314, a U.S. Air Force veteran 15 and refrigeration engineer. His mother graduated from Carnegie Mellon University. 16. He grew up in West Philadelphia's Winfield neighborhood. 17 and was raised Baptist. 18 He has an elder sister named Pamela and 2 younger siblings, twins Harry and Ellen. 17 He attended Our Lady of Lourdes, a private Catholic elementary school in Philadelphia. 19 and Overbrook High School. 20 His parents separated when he was 13. 21 and divorced around the year 2000. 22. Smith began rapping at age 12. When his grandmother found a notebook of his lyrics, which he described as containing all his little curse words, she wrote him a note on a page in the book, "Dear Willard, truly intelligent people do not have to use words like this to express themselves. Please show the world that you're as smart as we think you are." Smith said that this influenced his decision not to use profanity in his music. 23. Career. Further information: Will Smith filmography, Will Smith discography, and list of awards and nominations received by Will Smith. 1985 to 1992, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Smith at the Emmy Awards 1993. Smith started as the MC of the hip-hop duo DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, with his childhood friend Jeffrey DJ Jazzy Jeff Towns as turntablist and producer. 24 Towns and Smith were introduced to each other by chance in 1985, as Towns was performing at a house party only a few doors down from Smith's residence, and he was missing his hype man. Smith decided to fill in. They both felt strong chemistry, and Towns was upset when his hype man finally made it to the party. 25. Soon after, the two decided to collaborate. Smith enlisted a friend, Reddy Roxy, to join as the beatboxer of the group, making them a trio. Philadelphia-based Word Records released their first single in 1986 when A&R man Paul Oakenfold introduced them to Champion Records with their single Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble, a tale of funny misadventures that landed Smith and his former DJ and rap partner Mark Forrest, Lord Supreme, in trouble. 26-27 The song sampled the theme song of I Dream of Genie. Smith became known for light-hearted storytelling raps and capable, though profanity-free, battle rhymes. The single became a hit a month before Smith graduated from high school. 28. Based on this success, the duo were brought to the attention of Jive Records and Russell Simmons. The duo's first album, Rock the House, which was first released on Word Up in 1986, debuted on Jive in March 1987. The group received the first Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance in 1989 for Parents Just Don't Understand, 1988, though their most successful single was Summertime, 1991, which earned the group their second Grammy and peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. Smith and Towns are still friends and claim that they never split up, having made songs under Smith's solo performer credit. 29. Smith spent money freely around 1988 and 1989 and underpaid his income taxes. 24. The Internal Revenue Service eventually assessed a $2.8 million tax debt against Smith, took many of his possessions, and garnished his income. 30. Smith was struggling financially in 1990 when the NBC television network signed him to a contract and built a sitcom, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, around him. 24. The show was successful and began his acting career. Smith set for himself the goal of becoming the biggest movie star in the world, studying box office success's common characteristics. 21. In 1989, Smith was arrested in relation to an alleged assault on his record promoter, William Hendrix. The charges were later dismissed. 31. 1993 to 1997, Solo music and film breakthrough. Smith's first major roles were in the drama 6 Degrees of Separation, 1993, and the action film Bad Boys, 1995, in which he starred opposite Martin Lawrence. The latter film was commercially successful, grossing $141.4 million worldwide. 32. However, critical reception was generally mixed. 33. In 1996, Smith starred as part of an ensemble cast in Roland Emmerich's Independence Day. The film was a massive blockbuster, becoming the second highest grossing film in history at the time and establishing Smith as a prime box office draw. 34. In the summer of 1997, he starred alongside Tommy Lee Jones in the hit Men in Black, playing Agent J. The film was released on July 2 by Columbia Pictures and grossed over $589.3 million worldwide against a $90 million budget, becoming the year's third highest grossing film, with an estimated 54,616,700 tickets sold in the US. 35. It received positive reviews, with critics praising its humor and Jones's and Smith's performances. During the summer of 1997, Smith also began his solo music career with the release of Men in Black, the theme song for the film, which topped singles charts in several regions across the world, including the UK. 36. Men in Black, and second single Just Cruisin', was later included on Smith's debut solo album Big Willie Style, which reached the top 10 of the US Billboard 200 and was certified 9 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIA. 37. 38. The third single from the album, Gettin' Jiggy With It, became Smith's first Billboard Hot 100 number 1 when it was released in 1998. 39. 1998 to 2007, leading man status. Smith in 1999. In 1998, Smith starred with Gene Hackman in Enemy of the State. 24. The following year, he turned down the role of Neo in The Matrix in favor of Wild Wild West, 1999. Despite the disappointment of Wild Wild West, Smith said that he has no regrets about his decision, asserting that Keanu Reeves's performance as Neo was superior to what Smith himself would have achieved. 40. Although in interviews subsequent to the release of Wild Wild West, he said that he made a mistake on Wild Wild West. That could have been better. 41. Smith's second album was again supported by the release of a film theme song as the lead single, Wild Wild West, featuring Dru Hill and Kool Moe Dee, topped the Billboard Hot 100 and was certified gold by the RIA. 38. 39. The album, Willennium, reached number 5 on the Billboard 200 and was certified double platinum by the RIA. 37. 38. Will 2K, the second single from the album, reached number 25 on the Billboard Hot 100. 39. Before the end of 1999, a video album was released featuring Smith's 7 music videos released to date. 42. Which reached number 25 on the UK music video chart. 43 The same year, he was also featured on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air co-star Tatiana Ali's single Boy You Knock Me Out, which reached number 3 on the UK singles chart and topped the UK R&B singles chart. 36-44. Smith portrayed heavyweight boxer Muhammad Ali in the 2001 biopic Ali. For his performance, he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actor, and the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture Drama. 45-46 In 2002, following a 4-year musical hiatus, Smith returned with his third album Born to Reign, which reached number 13 on the Billboard 200 and was certified gold by the RIA. 37-38 The album's lead single was the theme song from Smith's film Men in Black 2, called Black Suits Comin', Nod Ya Head, which reached number 3 on the UK singles chart. 36 Later in the year, Smith's first compilation album Greatest Hits was released, featuring songs from his 3 solo albums and those produced with DJ Jazzy Jeff. 47. 2003 saw Smith return for Bad Boys 2, the sequel to the 1995 film Bad Boys. The film follows detectives Burnett and Lowry investigating the flow of ecstasy into Miami. Despite receiving generally negative reviews, the film was a box office success, grossing $270 million worldwide. 32 In the following year, he starred in the science fiction film I, Robot and the animated film Shark Tale. Both films were box office successes despite mixed reviews. Smith's latest album Lost and Found was released in 2005, peaking at number 6 on the Billboard 200. 37 Lead single Switch reached the top 10 of both the Billboard Hot 100 and the UK singles chart. 36-39 In 2005, Smith was entered into the Guinness Book of World Records for attending 3 premieres in a 24-hour time span. 48 Smith and his son Jaden played father and son in the 2006 biographical drama The Pursuit of Happiness. In the film, Smith portrays Chris Gardner. Smith first became interested in making a film about Gardner after seeing him on 20/20ths and connected with him during production. The film, along with Smith's performance, received praise. 49-50. Smith hosting the 2011 Walmart shareholders meeting. On December 10, 2007, Smith was honored at Grauman's Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard. Smith left an imprint of his hands and feet outside the theater in front of many fans. 51 Later that month, Smith starred in the film I Am Legend, released on December 14, 2007. Alongside marginally positive reviews 52 Its opening was the largest ever for a film released in the United States during December. Smith himself has said that he considers the film to be aggressively unique. 53 A reviewer said that the film's commercial success cemented Smith standing as the #1 box office draw in Hollywood. 54 On December 1, 2008, TV Guide reported that Smith was selected as one of America's top 10 most fascinating people of 2008 for a Barbara Walters ABC special that aired on December 4, 2008. 55. 2008 to 2022, Career Fluctuations and King Richard. In 2008, Smith was reported to be developing a film entitled The Last Pharaoh, in which he would be starring as Taharka. 56 Smith later starred in the superhero film Hancock 57, which grossed $227,946,274 in the United States and Canada and had a worldwide total of $624,386,746. 58 Sometime between 2008 and early 2009, Smith was offered the lead role in Inception but turned it down because he did not understand the story. 59 On August 19, 2011, it was announced that Smith returned to the studio with producer Lamar Edwards to work on his 5th studio album. 60. Smith again reprised his role as Agent J with Men in Black 3, which opened on May 25, 2012, his first major starring role in 4 years. 61-62 After the release of the film, Smith was content with ending his work with the franchise, saying, I think 3 is enough for me. 3 of anything is enough for me. We'll look at it and we'll consider it, but it feels like that it might be time to let someone else do that. 63 Men in Black 3, released 10 years after Men in Black 2, 2002, grossed over $624 million worldwide. 64-65 unadjusted for inflation, it is the highest grossing film in the series. 66 in 2013, Smith starred in After Earth with his son Jaden. The film was a disappointment at the domestic box office and was panned critically. 67 calling the film the most painful failure in my career, Smith ended up taking a year-and-a-half break as a result. 68. Smith and Suicide Squad co-star Margot Robbie in 2016. Smith starred opposite Margot Robbie in the romance drama Focus, released on February 27, 2015. 69 He played Nicky Spurgeon, a veteran con artist who takes a young, attractive woman under his wing. Smith was set to star in the sci-fi thriller Brilliance, an adaptation of Marcus Saki's novel of the same name scripted by Jurassic Park writer David Kerr, but he left the project to work on the Ridley Scott-produced sports drama Concussion. 70-71. In Concussion, Smith played Dr. Bennett Omalu of the Brain Injury Research Institute, the first to discover chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Smith reported he had doubts about the film early in the production, saying, "Some of my happiest memories are of watching my son catch and throw a football. I didn't want to be the guy who did a movie saying football could be dangerous." These views subsided when he met Omalu, whose words about American ideals resonated with Smith. 72 Smith's performance was praised for being sensitive and understated. 73. In 2016, Smith played Deadshot in the supervillain team-up action film Suicide Squad. 74 Smith's participation in the film meant choosing it over a role in Independence Day, Resurgence, which he said would be like clinging and clawing backwards. 75 While Suicide Squad was a massive financial success, earning over $700 million at the box office, the film received negative reviews from critics. Christopher Orr, film critic from The Atlantic, wrote that the latest offering from the DC Comics superhero universe may be the most disastrous yet. 76 Later that year, Smith starred in director David Frankel's drama Collateral Beauty, playing a New York advertising executive who succumbs to a deep depression after a personal tragedy. 77 weeks after signing Smith onto the film, his father was diagnosed with cancer, from which he died in 2016. 78 As part of his role required him to read about religion and the afterlife, he was brought closer to the elder Smith, calling the experience a beautiful way to prepare for a movie and an even more majestic way to say goodbye to my father. 79 The film marked the lowest box office opening of Will Smith's career. 80 The film also received near-universal negative reviews from film critics. 81 Hollywood Reporter critic David Rooney criticized Smith's performance, writing as the least interesting component in a madly overqualified cast. 82. His film Bright was distributed via Netflix on December 22, 2017. An urban fantasy, it was the most expensive film for Netflix to date. Smith collaborated with his director from Suicide Squad, David Ayer. 83 This would also be another critical disappointment for Smith, with critics panning the film. Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times criticized the film and Smith's performance, writing, "By the time Will Smith barks the line, 'Dude, you can't go through Elftown,' with 100% urgency and sincerity in the mind-boggling mess that is Bright, it's clear we are watching a truly terrible, mountainous pile of genre-blending garbage." 84. Also in 2017, Smith released the song Get Lit, a collaboration between him and his former group mate Jazzy Jeff 8586, and launched his own YouTube channel, which as of July 2019 has over 6 million subscribers and 294 million total views. 87 Smith performed the official song Live It Up alongside American singer Nicky Jam and Kosovar singer Era Istrafai at the closing ceremony of the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Moscow, Russia. 88 That September, Smith appeared, alongside Bad Bunny, on the Marc Anthony song Esterico. 89. Smith performed the soccer 2018 World Cup's official song Live It Up. Smith portrayed the Genie, originally voiced by Robin Williams, in the live-action adaptation of Disney's Aladdin, directed by Guy Ritchie. He also participated in the soundtracks by recording singles, Arabian Nights, 2019, Friend Like Me, and Prince Ali. 90 The film was released on May 24, 2019. 91 Aladdin grossed over $1 billion worldwide to become Smith's highest-grossing film, surpassing Independence Day. 92 Smith was also featured on rapper Logic's song Don't Be Afraid to Be Different, 2019, from his fifth studio album Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. 93. Smith appeared as an assassin who faces off against a younger clone of himself in Ang Lee's Gemini Man, released on October 11, 2019. 94 The film was a box office bomb and received negative reviews from critics. Variety's Peter DeBrugge called the film a high-concept misfire and wrote, "In practice, it's been a nearly impossible project to get made, passing through the hands of countless actors and falling through multiple times because the technology wasn't there yet. At least, that's been the excuse, although judging by the finished product, it was the script that never lived up to the promise of its premise." 95. Later that year, Smith had his second starring role in an animated film, in Spies in Disguise, opposite Tom Holland. Smith voiced Lance Sterling, a spy who teams up with the nerdy inventor who creates his gadgets, Holland. 96 In 2020, he reteamed with Martin Lawrence for the third film in their franchise, Bad Boys for Life. In 2019, Smith and Keisuke Honda led a $46 million investment round in esports organization General G. 97 In June 2020, it was announced that Smith would star in Emancipation, directed by Antoine Fuqua, in which he portrays Peter, a runaway slave, who outsmarts hunters and the Louisiana swamp on a journey to the Union Army. 98. Smith's memoir Will, which was written with Mark Manson, the author of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***ck, was published on November 9, 2021, and promoted with a tour. 99 100 The book is a journey of self-knowledge recalling childhood traumas, his relationship with his father, and his experiences with ayahuasca. 101 102 In the same year, he and his Westbrook Studios company signed a deal with National Geographic. 103. Smith portrayed Richard Williams, father and coach of tennis players Venus and Serena Williams, in the 2021 film King Richard. For his performance, he won the Academy Award for Best Actor, 104 Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Motion Picture Drama, and the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role. 105. On February 7, 2022, National Geographic announced that Smith would star in a series titled Pole to Pole, which will stream on Disney+. The series follows Smith and his film crew as they go on a 26,000-mile, 42,000 kilometers, trek from the South Pole to the North Pole, crossing all of Earth's biomes and spending time in communities along the way. 106 Part of the filming took place during an expedition in the Ecuadorian Amazon which helped discover the northern green anaconda. 107. 2022 Oscars Incident. Main article, Chris Rock, Will Smith slapping incident. Further information, 94th Academy Awards. During the 94th Academy Awards on March 27, 2022, Smith walked on stage and slapped presenter and comedian Chris Rock, who had made a joke about his wife Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head. 108 With a reference to the main protagonist in the 1997 film G.I. Jane. Smith then returned to his seat and yelled at Rock, twice saying, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." 109 110 111. Pinkett Smith had been diagnosed with alopecia areata in 2018 and would later shave her head due to the condition. 113 The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, AMPAS, said that Smith was asked to leave the ceremony but he refused. 114 Later in the night, Smith was named Best Actor for King Richard and apologized to the Academy and the other nominees, but not to Rock, in his acceptance speech. 115 116 117 The live audience gave Smith 2 standing ovations. Smith remained at the ceremony until its conclusion and participated in the celebrations later that evening. 118 Following public backlash, Smith issued a formal apology via a public Instagram post. 119 120 ABC, AMPAS, and the Screen Actors Guild condemned Smith following the incident, prompting an investigation by the Academy's Board of Governors. 121 Rock declined to press charges against Smith, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. 122 On April 1, 2022, Smith tendered his resignation from the Academy, writing in part, "I deprived other nominees and winners of their opportunity to celebrate and be celebrated for their extraordinary work. I am heartbroken. I want to put the focus back on those who deserve attention for their achievements and allow the Academy to get back to the incredible work it does to support creativity and artistry in film. So, I am resigning from membership in the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, and will accept any further consequences the board deems appropriate." The AMPAS president David Rubin accepted the resignation in an official statement but said they would continue their investigation. 123 Smith's resignation means he is no longer able to vote on Oscar nominations as a member of the Academy. 124 Commentators have speculated that Smith's resignation from the Academy and other related fallout from the slap would damage his family brand. 125 On April 8, 2022, the Academy announced its decision to ban Smith from future Oscars galas and associated events for 10 years. 126 Several film projects that Smith had been involved in were put on hold as a result of the controversy. 127 In a statement to CNN, Smith stated, "I accept and respect the Academy's decision." 128 129 Smith offered an on-camera apology on July 29, saying he was deeply remorseful for his actions. 130 As a result of the incident, Netflix cancelled production on an action film that was set to star Smith titled Fast and Loose. 131 132 In December 2022, Emancipation was released to mixed reviews and was a commercial failure. Producer Todd Black partially attributed the failure to Smith's involvement following the Oscar incident. 133. 2023, Present, Action Films and Return to Music. In 2023, it was announced that Smith would co-star in Bad Boys, Ride or Die, the 4th installment in the Bad Boys film series. 134 The film includes a comedic moment inspired by the Oscars incident. 135 Smith is set to co-star with Michael B. Jordan in a sequel to I Am Legend. 136 137 The film is in active development. 137 Additionally, Smith is attached to star in the science fiction films Brilliance and Resistor. 138 139 Smith was attached to star in crime thriller Sugar Bandits, but exited the project in September 2024 due to scheduling conflicts with another undisclosed project. He will remain involved as a producer. 140 141 The following year, he signed a first-look deal with Paramount Pictures through his production company, Westbrook. 142. In September 2023, it was reported by Vibe magazine that joiner Lucas and Will Smith would be working together on a joint album. 143 On May 19, Smith confirmed new music coming in 2024 in an interview with ET 144 and that it is the most personal music he had ever done. 145 With Teddy Swims confirming he recorded music with Will for the upcoming project. 146. On June 27, 2024, Smith announced on his Instagram that his first solo single in nearly 20 years was coming out the following day, "You Can Make It," saying, "Through some of my darkest moments, music has always been there for me, to lift me and help me grow. It's my humble wish that it can do the same for you and bring you all the joy and light you deserve." 147. The song released at midnight that evening, featuring Friday Eye and the Sunday Service Choir. On July 24, 2024, it was announced that Smith had signed a new distribution deal with Slang, a newly formed independent label. 148. On July 26, 2024, Smith released another single, Work of Art, featuring his son Jaden and Russ. 149. 150. On December 12, Smith released another single, Tantrum, with Joyner Lucas. In 2025, Smith announced his fifth studio album, based on a true story, which was released on March 28, 2025. The album consists of 14 tracks, including 5 previously released singles and 9 new songs. 151. 152. On March 23, 2025, Smith performed at the 2025 CONCACAF Nations League Final at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. 153. Personal life, relationships and family. Smith at the 2009 Nobel Peace Prize concert in Oslo, Norway with his family, left to right, son Jaden, wife Jada Smith, daughter Willow. During the late 1980s, Smith confirmed he briefly dated Sandra Denton, better known as Pepa of the hip-hop group Salt-N-Pepa. 154. Smith married Cherie Zampano in 1992. Their son Willard Carroll Trey Smith III was born on November 11, 1992. 155. The two divorced in 1995. Trey appeared in his father's music video for the 1998 single Just the Two of Us. He also acted in 2 episodes of the sitcom All of Us, and has appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show and the David Blaine, Real or Magic TV special. 156. Smith married actress Jada Corin Pinkett on December 31, 1997. 157. They met when Pinkett auditioned for a role as Smith's character's girlfriend in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The pair produce films through their joint production company Overbrick Entertainment and Westbrook Inc. 158. 159. Together they have 2 children, Jaden Smith, born 1998, his co-star in The Pursuit of Happiness and After Earth, and Willow Smith, born 2000, who appeared as his daughter in I Am Legend. Smith and his wife Jada have expressed unconventional practices in their marriage, jokingly calling their commitment bad marriage for life. 160. Both he and Pinkett Smith have admitted to having extramarital relationships and believing in the freedom to pursue them. Smith has said he wanted a polyamorous relationship with actress Halle Berry and ballerina Misty Copeland but ultimately abandoned the idea after therapy. 161. In October 2023, Pinkett Smith stated that she and Smith had been separated since 2016, though they have no intention to divorce. 162. In 2018, Smith celebrated his 50th birthday by performing a bungee jump from a helicopter in the Grand Canyon. 163. Smith was insured by Lloyd's of London for $200 million for the jump, which raised money for the charity Global Citizen. 164. Religious and political views. Smith was raised in a Baptist household and attended a Baptist church and Catholic school. In a 2013 interview, he said he did not identify as religious. 165. 166. In 2015, Smith said in an interview with the Christian Post that his Christian faith, which was instilled in him by his grandmother, helped him to accurately portray Bennett Omalu in Concussion, saying, "She was my spiritual teacher, she was that grandmother at the church, the one having the kids doing the Easter presentations and putting on the Christmas plays, and her kids and grandkids had to be first." She was the most spiritually certain person that I had ever met in my entire life. Even to the point that when she was dying she was happy, like she was really excited about going to heaven. 167 In 2018, Smith performed the Hindu rite of Abhisheka of Shiva at Haridwar, India. He also performed an arti of the holy river Ganga. He has said that he feels a deep connection to Hindu spirituality and Indian astrology. 168 Smith and his family also met and spent time with the Indian spiritual leader Sadhguru, stating that he enjoyed the heartfelt conversations between them. 169. Smith donated $4,600 to the 2008 presidential campaign of Democrat Barack Obama. 170 On December 11, 2009, Smith and his wife hosted the Nobel Peace Prize concert in Oslo, Norway, to celebrate Obama's winning of the prize. 171 In 2012, Smith said he supported legalizing same-sex marriage. 172 In 2021, Smith announced that production of his upcoming film, Emancipation, was being pulled from the U.S. state of Georgia because of the recent passage of the Election Integrity Act of 2021, which critics viewed as a restrictive voting law, negatively impacting non-white voters. Smith and director Antoine Fuqua released a joint statement: "We cannot in good conscience provide economic support to a government that enacts regressive voting laws that are designed to restrict voter access." 173 174. Public image and legacy. Smith has often been noted for achieving groundbreaking success throughout his musical career, and with his work as an actor in television and film. 175 176 177 Forbes referred to him as the biggest movie star of the post-9/11 era. 178 His transition from music to acting has influenced multiple rappers to also become actors, with him being cited as a pioneer for the rappers crossing over into acting by Complex. 179 180 In 2006, Time named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world. 181 In 2008, Esquire named him one of the 75 most influential people of the 21st century. 182 Smith's roles as Agent J in Men in Black 3, Richard Williams in King Richard, and Daryl Ward in Bright are among the highest paid film roles of all time, with him reportedly earning $100 million for Men in Black 3. 183 184 Smith's film Bright, 2017, broke the record at the time for the most viewed Netflix film ever for its first week. 185 186 His action thriller drama Emancipation, 2022, was sold to Apple Studios for $120 million in June 2020, which made it the largest film festival acquisition deal in film history. 187. His work as a member of DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince made them the first rap act to win a Grammy Award, and the first to win an MTV Video Music Award for Best Rap Video, when the song Parents Just Don't Understand won in the inaugural rap categories at both award show ceremonies. 11 188 189 XXL has referred to him as one of the most important rappers of all time. 190 As of 2013, his debut solo album Big Willie Style, 1997, is among the best-selling rap albums of all time. 191 Smith launched his acting career by starring in the NBC sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The show's success is considered to be a watershed moment for hip-hop and black television. 192 193 with some publications referring to it as one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. 194 195 Professor Andrew Horton said, Smith's genre of comedy, popularized on the sitcom Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, translated well into commercial box office appeal. 196 Author Willie Tolliver noted, what the Fresh Prince did accomplish was to put Smith and his character Will into an environment of affluence and possibility, thus changing the terms of his own black identity. 197. In 2022, Smith became the fifth black actor to win the Academy Award for Best Actor, after Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx, and Forest Whitaker. 104 Since winning the Academy Award for Best Actor for King Richard and slapping Chris Rock at the 94th Academy Awards, Smith's public image and legacy has been intensely debated, with many saying the event has tainted his perception among many in the entertainment industry and beyond. 198 199 200 201 Ian Young of the BBC opined, Will Smith went from beloved film favorite to Hollywood villain when he slapped Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars. 202. This incident has turned into a viral meme. 203. He has done permanent damage to his image and career, and what might happen next? 204. Smith's reputation as a morally upstanding family man, a prominent film star and legacy in Hollywood have all been put in peril, with Greg Braxton of the Los Angeles Times noting, Smith's heroic stature inside and outside black culture, and his carefully constructed persona as the patriarch of a celebrity family, only intensifies the fallout. And his actions have now placed his reputation in jeopardy. Adding, Smith turned a night that should have been full of pride into one that can be described only as infamous. 205. The New York Times reported Smith's actions would damage his family brand. 125. Acting credits and accolades. Main articles, Will Smith filmography and list of awards and nominations received by Will Smith. Smith has received multiple awards throughout his career, including an Academy Award for Best Actor for his role as Richard Williams, the prolific father and coach to championship tennis players Venus and Serena Williams, in the biopic King Richard, 2021, a role that also won him a Golden Globe Award, BAFTA Award, and Screen Actors Guild Award in the same category. He also received a producer nomination for the Academy Award for Best Picture. Prior to this award, he had been nominated several times for the Academy Award, 2, for Ali and the Pursuit of Happiness, the Golden Globe Award, 5, for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Ali, The Pursuit of Happiness and Concussion, and the Screen Actors Guild Award, once for The Pursuit of Happiness. In 2005, he received the honorary César Award. That same year, he was nominated for the Tony Award for Best Musical for Fela, and in 2021, he was nominated as a producer of Cobra Kai for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Comedy Series. Aside from acting and behind-the-scenes work on screen and stage, Smith has made ventures into hip-hop with the release of several songs. Mena Massoud, Arabic, born September 17, 1991, is a Canadian actor. 3. He made his film debut in the 2017 Canadian dramatic thriller Ordinary Days. His breakthrough came with playing the title character in the Disney fantasy film Aladdin, 2019, which earned him nominations for a Teen Choice Award and 2 National Film and TV Awards. Massoud also had roles in the Canadian drama series Open Heart, 2015, the Amazon Prime series Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, 2018, and the Hulu series Reprisal, 2019. He starred in the Netflix film The Royal Treatment, 2022, and the horror film The Sacrifice Game, 2023, the latter of which he also executive produced. Early life. Mena Massoud was born on September 17, 1991, in Cairo to Egyptian Coptic Orthodox Christian parents Gorjit and Mansur Massoud. He has 2 elder sisters, Marian and Margaret, who both work in the medical field. 4. He and his family emigrated to Canada when he was 3 years old. 6. When asked why his family left Egypt, Massoud stated, "I was born there. We immigrated when I was 3.5 years old, to Toronto. But I'm still very, very close to my culture and, back home in Egypt. We're Coptic Christian and my parents just felt like things were getting a little too dangerous when I was growing up in Egypt. They wanted to create a better life for their family, so they decided to immigrate to Canada." 7. Massoud attended St. Brother Andre Catholic High School, where he was the head of the improv team. 8, 9, 10. He later attended the University of Toronto with a major in neuroscience. in the pursuit of becoming a doctor or psychologist. He did not finish this degree, and instead auditioned for theater schools. Massoud eventually transferred to Ryerson University for their theater performance program, which he graduated from in 2014. 11. Career. Massoud began acting in 2011, with guest appearances on the television series Nikita and Combat Hospital. 12. His role in Nikita, being his first ever on-screen role, was of a terrorist. In an interview with the Daily Beast, it was stated that this role made him set a goal for himself to find characters who aren't terrorists or bring negative connotations because of the color of their skin or ethnicity. 13. In 2015, he was cast as Jared Malik in the Canadian drama series Open Heart, which was cancelled after one season. 14. In 2017, he starred as Ollie Santos in the film Ordinary Days, which premiered at the Atlantic International University. 15. In 2018, he had a recurring role as Tarek Kasser in the Amazon Prime original series Jack Ryan. In 2019, Massoud portrayed the titular character in Disney's fantasy-adventure film Aladdin, which is a live-action adaptation of the animated film of the same name. 1. The film was a critical and commercial success, passing $1 billion in the global box office 16-17, and he received nominations for a Teen Choice Award and 2 National Film and TV Award nominations. 18-19. In the months following the film's release, Massoud said that "I haven't had a single audition since Aladdin came out." 13. His role as Aladdin is credited with presenting a more positive and vibrant portrayal of an Arab character in Hollywood. 20. Also in 2019, he played Ethan Hart in the Hulu original series Reprisal 21, Ches in the thriller film Strange But True 22, and Kamal in the drama film Run This Town. 23. In January 2021, it was announced that Massoud would star in the Egyptian film Faiz Eldor. 24. In January 2022, he starred in the Netflix film The Royal Treatment alongside Laura Marano. 25. He was announced to star in the horror film The Sacrifice Game, which was released in 2023. He also served as an executive producer for the film. 26. In 2023, Massoud announced via Instagram that he is producing the film The Last King, an Iranian adaptation of Stephen King. 27. He is slated to reprise the role of Aladdin in an upcoming sequel. 24. In the same year he debuted as host of Evolving Vegan, a Canadian television series about vegan cuisine based in part on his own vegan cookbook of the same name. 28. Massoud starred opposite Isabel Fuhrman in director Julia Stiles' romance drama film Wish You Were Here, released on January 17, 2025. 29. Other ventures. In September 2019, he was appointed an ambassador by Egypt's Ministry of Migration for their new Speak Egyptian initiative, with the goal of preserving the Egyptian identity of those living abroad. 30. Later that year, he launched the not-for-profit Ethnically Diverse Artists Foundation to help Canadian artists from underrepresented groups jumpstart their careers through securing mentors, training, headshots, and includes support for actors, musicians, and visual artists. 31. Speaking about his motivation for the EDA Foundation, Massoud stated, "In the industry, artists of color struggle the most. Caucasian artists have really solidified themselves in the industry, and with African Americans now we see directors and producers who vow to only produce work that shines a light on African American artists. But everybody in the middle gets lost. His mission is to make changes in the industry so that roles are cast fairly, despite the color of an artist's skin or their ethnic group." He spoke again about the foundation and his advocacy for diversity in the industry when he was honored at Egypt's Thwart El Ghana Film Festival in 2019. 32. In February 2022, Massoud announced the release of his new gin, Dharma Indian Dry Gin, via an Instagram post. 33. He created the gin alongside Emily Shah and Prashant Shah, describing it as the world's first and only spirit inspired by Ayurvedic practice and an expression of culture, willpower, and history. 34. Artistry. Massoud is an admirer of Egyptian comedy movies. In an interview with the BBC, he stated how his Egyptian heritage has inspired him as a comedian, stating, "I grew up watching Egyptian comedy films by the great Egyptian comedians such as Ismail Yassin and Adel Imam. 35 The way they entertain the audience with not only their words but with their body language and facial expressions is totally different from that of the actors here. I played a lot of comedy roles in American productions. My role in Aladdin is also a comedy role. I believe I play comedy roles with a different taste that I learned from our own Egyptian cinema, and this makes it appealing in a different way." 36. Massoud takes inspiration from Robin Williams. In an interview with The Hudsucker, he stated that Robin Williams was the actor who impacted him the most, saying he was an incredibly well-rounded actor, but I grew up on his role in Mrs. Doubtfire. That role by itself is very well-rounded and he goes through an amazing journey in that movie. I think it's very underrated. 37. Personal life. In 2024, Massoud announced his engagement to actress Emily Shaw. 38. Massoud is a vegan, and the creator of the cookbook, TV series 39 and community with the name Evolving Vegan. Naomi Grace Scott, born May 6, 1993, is an English actress and singer. She received recognition for starring in the musical television film Lemonade Mouth, 2011, and performing on its eponymous soundtrack. She also starred in the science fiction series Terra Nova, 2011, and the superhero film Power Rangers, 2017. Scott gained wide attention for leading the action comedy film Charlie's Angels and portraying Jasmine in the fantasy film Aladdin, both 2019. After a brief hiatus from acting, she starred in the Netflix miniseries Anatomy of a Scandal, 2022, and the horror film Smile 2, 2024. Early life. Naomi Scott was born on May 6, 1993 in Hounslow, London, to a British father and an Indian mother. To her mother, who was born in Uganda and emigrated to the United Kingdom at a young age, is Gujarati. 345 Unreliable source. Scott also has an older brother. 6. At 8 years old, she and her family moved to Woodford, London 7, where both of her parents were pastors at the Bridge Church. 8. She grew up listening to gospel and R&B music, specific singers Kim Burrell, Mary, and Kirk Franklin, and singing in church. 9. She attended Davenant Foundation School in Lawton, Essex. 10. She left school halfway through taking her A-levels to pursue her role in the series Terra Nova. 11. Career. Early work and recognition, 2008 to 2018. Naomi Scott in 2016. Scott in 2016 promoting Power Rangers at San Diego Comic-Con. Scott was discovered by British pop singer Kelly Bryan from the girl group Eternal, who signed her as a client. 12. She went to work with British songwriters and producers Xenomania. 13. Her first major acting role was Disney Channel UK series Life Bites. In 2010, she was cast as Mohini Mo Banjari in the acclaimed 2011 Disney Channel original film Lemonade Mouth, her first role in an American production. 14-15 She told Collider that I also remember being introduced to craft services for the first time. And for me, it's this US production and I was like, oh my gosh, they have a trolley of candy that just came around. And to me I just thought, I've made it. This is what I've wanted. This is what it's all about. It's all about candy on a trolley. 15. Khalid Makalla of the Oberlin Review believed that Scott absolutely crushes it. 16. She additionally contributed vocals to the film's commercially successful soundtrack. 17. The song She's So Gone featured Scott on lead vocals. It was included on Billboard's list of the 100 greatest Disney songs of all time. 18. That same year she was cast as Maddie Shannon in the science fiction series Terra Nova, which premiered in September 2011 on Fox. 19. The series was not renewed for a second season. 20. In 2013, Scott appeared in the music video for the song Hurricane, by her Lemonade Mouth co-star Bridget Mendler. In August 2014, she independently released her debut EP Invisible Division. 21 Scott was cast as Ryoko in Ridley Scott's The Martian. She filmed her scenes, but most of them, including every scene where Scott speaks, were removed from the final cut, effectively making her an extra in the film. 22 In 2014, the YouTube channel Reload published 2 videos featuring her, as part of their Reload Sessions series. 23-24. Screen International selected Scott as one of their 2015 Stars of Tomorrow. 25 In October, she was cast in a co-leading role as Kimberly Hart, the Pink Ranger, in Power Rangers, 2017, a film adaptation of the TV series of the same name. 26 The film was released on 24 March 2017 27, and earned Scott a Teen Choice Award nomination. 28 The film was met with mixed reviews upon release and was a box office disappointment, grossing $142 million worldwide against a budget of $105 million. 29-30. Mainstream Breakthrough, 2019, present. The cast of Charlie's Angels in 2019. From left to right, Scott, Kristen Stewart, and Ella Balinska. In 2019, Scott starred as Princess Jasmine in Aladdin, a live-action adaptation of Disney's 1992 animated film of the same name. 31-32 Scott's casting over a Middle Eastern or Arab actress attracted comment. 33 In his review for the San Francisco Chronicle, critic Mick LaSalle found Scott to be the real star of the film and that she thrives and gives everything to her new power anthem Speechless. 34 Richard Roper of Chicago Sun-Times wrote that Scott absolutely sparkles in her performance of Speechless. 35 For her role, Scott won the Teen Choice Award for Choice Movie Actress, Sci-Fi/Fantasy, and also received a nomination for the Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actress. 36-37 Aladdin was also commercially successful, grossing $1 billion at the box office. 38-39 Also in 2019, Scott starred as one of the 3 leads, alongside Kristen Stewart and Ella Balinska, in the action comedy Charlie's Angels, the 3rd installment within the franchise of the same name, released in November. 40-41-42 The film received mixed reviews from critics. 43. In 2020, Scott was cast in the Netflix series Anatomy of a Scandal, as parliamentary aide Olivia Litton. 44 And in the science fiction film Long Distance. 45 Filming of both projects took place the same year, and were released in 2022 and 2024, respectively. 46. In 2023, Scott was cast as pop star Sky Riley in the horror film Smile 2. 47 The second film in the Smile franchise. She drew inspiration from 2010's music and artists such as Lady Gaga and Britney Spears. 48 She additionally performs songs for the film, which are featured on the extended play Smile 2, the Sky Riley EP. 49 Released in 2024 to critical and commercial success. 50 Her performance drew acclaim from critics. 51 Benjamin Lee of The Guardian called Scott a fantastically committed goes to hell and back scream queen. 52 And Owen Gleiberman of Variety believed she gave the film a genuine emotional center. 53. For the role, she won the Astra Award for Best Performance in a Horror or Thriller and was nominated for Best Actress at the Critics' Choice Super Awards and the Saturn Awards. 54 55 56. Scott will next appear in the epic romance film Eternal Return. 57 And the crime comedy film Wizards. 58 She performed at the American Music Festival Lollapalooza, which was held on Grant Park from July 31st to August 3rd. 59. Personal life. Scott is a Christian. 60 She is a UK ambassador to the Christian charity organisation Compassion International, sponsoring children and families living in poverty. 61 462 She suffers from the skin condition eczema. 63 She holds a black belt in karate, having studied it since her youth, which she credits as helpful with her roles in Power Rangers and Charlie's Angels. In June 2014, Scott married English footballer Jordan Spence after 4 years of dating. 64-65 The couple met at church when she was 16. Marwan Kenzari, Arabic, born January 16, 1983, is a Dutch-Tunisian actor. Starting his career in 2008, he first came to prominence for his role in the 2013 film Wolf, which earned him a Golden Calf Award for Best Actor. Since 2016, he has been portraying roles in English-language films, including Aladdin, 2019, The Old Guard, 2020, and Black Adam, 2022, which earned him international recognition. Early life and education. Kenzari was born on January 17, 1983 in The Hague, Netherlands, to a Tunisian family. His father was a construction worker, while his mother was a housewife. As a teenager he was mainly interested in football before a girl he was seeing signed him up to audition for the Dutch version of the musical Chicago. In 2009, Kenzari graduated at the Maastricht Academy of Dramatic Arts. After graduation he was recruited by the Toneelgroep Amsterdam, for which allowed him to tour in Moscow, London, Vienna, and New York City with the group. 5. Career. Kenzari has acted in films and TV series in his native Dutch since 2008. In 2013, he won a Golden Calf for Best Actor at the Netherlands Film Festival for his role in the feature film Wolf, 2013. 6. He trained for over a year to play the role of kickboxer Majid. With his toned body, he was also featured on the cover of Dutch Men's Health in 2013. 7. His performance in the film was well received by critics, with Variety naming him an international star you should know. 2. In 2014, Kenzari won a Shooting Stars Award at the Berlin International Film Festival. 8. In 2016 he appeared in the English-language films Collide, Ben-Hur and The Promise, which resulted in The Hollywood Reporter naming him amongst their list of 15 international breakout talents of 2016. 9. In 2019, Kenzari played villain Jafar in Disney's live-action adaptation of Aladdin. 10-11 He gained international recognition after portraying the role, with mainstream media giving him the nickname Hot Jafar. 12 In July 2020, Kenzari appeared in The Old Guard as one of the film's protagonists. 13 In February 2021, Kenzari was cast to portray Ishmael Gregor/Sabak in the 2022 film Black Adam. 14 He has a minor role in the second season of the Netflix show The Night Agent, released January 2025. He starred as the controversial Royal Netherlands East Indies Army, KNIL, officer Raymond Westerling in the 2020 film The East, which was released on Amazon Prime Video. William Gregory Magnuson I, born April 20, 1985, is an American actor. He has been featured in the films Into the Woods, 2014, Bridge of Spies, 2015, Birth of the Dragon, 2016, Game Night, 2018, and Aladdin, 2019, and has had supporting television roles in Get Shorty, 2017, and Maniac, 2018. In 2021, Magnuson starred in the sci-fi series Made for Love on HBO Max and appeared in the films The Many Saints of Newark and No Time to Die. He has since also starred as Ray the King Kingston in Spy Kids, Armageddon, 2023, and as Flea Clay in the live-action film adaptation of Lilo and Stitch, 2025. He has starred in Broadway and off-Broadway theater productions, including 2013's Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, for which he received a nomination for the Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Play. Early life. Magnuson was born in Woodhaven, Queens, New York City, the son of Dinah, an aerobics instructor, and Greg Magnuson, a professional bodybuilder and kickboxer. He has two younger brothers. 4 His maternal grandparents were Lithuanian immigrants. He is of Norwegian and Lithuanian descent. He grew up in Queens around Woodhaven Boulevard until the age of 10, when he moved with his family to Cumming, Georgia. Magnuson graduated from South Forsyth High School in 2003, and later from the University of North Carolina School of the Arts. 5. Acting career. Stage. Magnuson made his Broadway stage debut in 2007's The Ritz, starring Rosie Perez. 6. In 2012, he was cast alongside David Hyde Pierce and Sigourney Weaver in Christopher Durang's Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike, premiering at the MacArthur Theater in Princeton, New Jersey, prior to its move to Lincoln Center in New York City. It then moved to the John Golden Theater, where it was nominated for 6 Tony Awards. Magnuson was nominated for a Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Play for his role as Spike. In 2014, he starred on Off-Broadway with Anna Gunn in a critically acclaimed production of Sex with Strangers directed by David Schwimmer at the Second Stage Theater. 7. Film. Magnuson appeared in the films Blood Night, The Legend of Mary Hatchet and Happy Tears, which stars Demi Moore and Parker Posey. He starred as Claude in the film 12, which was released July 30, 2010. He played Neil Thomas, a World War II hero, in the 2011 film The Lost Valentine, based on the book of the same name by James Michael Pratt, which aired on CBS on January 30, 2011. That same year, he also played Thor in Whit Stillman's Damsels in Distress. In 2012, he starred in the independent feature Surviving Family. 8. Magnuson starred in his breakout role as Rapunzel's prince in Rob Marshall's 2014 film Into the Woods. 9. In 2016, Magnuson appeared in The Great Gilly Hopkins, opposite Kathy Bates, as Ellis, the social worker in charge of Gilly Hopkins, played by Canadian actress Sophie Nélisse. The role was originally written for a female in the novel and stage play. In 2019, Magnuson played the newly created role of Prince Anders in Disney's live-action adaptation of Aladdin, directed by Guy Ritchie. 10. He returned to Disney in 2025, playing Pleakley in Lilo and Stitch. 11. In the 25th James Bond film No Time to Die, from Eon Productions, Magnuson plays CIA officer Logan Ash, who tries to convince a retired Bond to assist with a mission. 12. He will play a leading role in the upcoming film Violent Ends with Alexandra Shipp. 13. Television. Magnuson played Kato Kalin on the first season of American Crime Story, about the murder trial of O.J. Simpson. He is known for his role on the CBS soap opera As the World Turns, where he took over the role of Casey Hughes on January 29, 2008. 14. He guest starred on the CW series The Beautiful Life, TBL in 2009. 15. He guest starred on Boardwalk Empire as Roger McAllister, Gillian Darmody's, Gretchen Mole, ill-fated lover, and was the stand-in for Jimmy Darmody's, Michael Pitt, Corpse. 16. He also guest starred on Law and Order, Criminal Intent, in the 10th season episode Icarus, and on Law and Order, in the 19th season episode, Sweetie. Magnuson appeared in 4 episodes of The Divide, guest starred on NCIS, Los Angeles in episode 3 of season 2, titled Borderline, and in episode 6 of the first season of The Leftovers. In 2017, Magnuson guest starred as Russ Snyder on Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. 17-18. Magnuson also played a high school teacher Joshua Nick Sullivan who engages in a relationship with one of his students in Tell Me a Story during the first season, which came out in 2018. Music career. Magnuson once was the bass player and a contributing songwriter for the New York City-based rock band The Dash. 19. He plays guitar in the New York City-based band reserved for Ron D.Gs., 4 of which won him Grammy Awards: 1 for Best Rap Performance, 4 Parents Just Don't Understand, 1 for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group, 4 Summertime, and 2 for Best Rap Solo Performance, 4 Men in Black and Gettin' Jiggy With It, the former 2 of which he won as a member of the duo DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. His Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award nominations make him one of few black actors to be nominated for all 4 major entertainment awards in the U.S. On March 26, 2025, Smith attended a ceremony where his name was added to red stripes at the bottom of street signs along a block of 59th Street in West Philadelphia. Aladdin is a 2019 American musical fantasy film and a live-action adaptation of Disney's 1992 animated film Aladdin, itself based on the Middle Eastern folk tale. Directed by Guy Ritchie and written by Ritchie and John August, the film stars Will Smith, Mena Massoud, and Naomi Scott, with Marwan Kenzari, Naveed Negahban, Nazim Pedrad, and Billy Magnuson in supporting roles. In October 2016, Disney announced Ritchie would direct a live-action remake of Aladdin. Smith was the first member of the cast to join, signing on to portray Genie in July 2017, and Massoud and Scott were confirmed for the other 2 lead roles later that month. Principal photography began that September at Long Cross Studios in Surrey, England, and ended in January 2018. Filming also took place in the Wadi Rum Desert in Jordan. Additional filming and pickups took place in August 2018. Aladdin premiered at the Grand Rex in Paris on May 8, 2019, and was theatrically released in the United States on May 24. The film received mixed reviews from critics and grossed over $1 billion worldwide, making it the 9th highest grossing film of 2019. Amongst Disney's live-action remakes, the film is the 8th most expensive and 3rd highest grossing to date. Plot: in the fictional city of Agrabah, based on Baghdad, an orphaned street urchin named Aladdin and his monkey, Abu, meet Princess Jasmine, who has snuck away from her sheltered life in the palace. She wishes to succeed her father as Sultan but is instead expected to marry one of her royal suitors. Jafar, the royal vizier, schemes to overthrow the Sultan and seeks a magic lamp from the Cave of Wonders, that only the diamond in the rough can retrieve. While sneaking into the royal palace to visit Jasmine, Aladdin and Abu are captured by Jafar. He offers to make Aladdin rich enough to impress Jasmine in exchange for retrieving the lamp from the Cave of Wonders. Once there, Aladdin frees a magic carpet and finds the lamp. Aladdin gives the lamp to Jafar, who double-crosses him and kicks him and Abu back into the cave, but not before Abu steals the lamp back. Trapped in the cave, Aladdin rubs the lamp, unwittingly summoning the omnipotent genie inside, who has the power to grant 3 wishes to anyone who has the lamp. Aladdin gets them out of the cave without using a wish, on a technicality. Determined to woo Jasmine, he uses his official first wish to become a prince and promises to use his 3rd wish to free the genie from servitude and turn him human. Aladdin makes an extravagant arrival at Agrabah as Prince Ali of Ababwe, but he struggles to impress Jasmine. Posing as Aladdin's human attendant, the genie is mutually smitten with Dahlia, Jasmine's handmaiden. Aladdin and Jasmine bond when he takes her on a ride on the magic carpet. Tricked into revealing his true identity, he lies to her, saying that he actually is a prince and dressed like a peasant to explore Agrabah. When Jafar discovers Aladdin's identity, he kidnaps Aladdin and throws him into the palace moat and into the sea, knowing that if he survives, it will prove that he has the lamp. The genie rescues Aladdin, costing him his 2nd wish. Once rescued, Aladdin returns to the palace and destroys Jafar's magic cobra staff, ending his spell over the Sultan and revealing his plot. Jafar is then arrested and imprisoned in the dungeons. The Sultan allows Aladdin to marry Jasmine. Aladdin goes back on his promise to free the genie, feeling uncertain of being able to keep up his charade without him. Dismayed that his new friend will continue living a lie, the genie retreats to the lamp. Freed by his parrot sidekick Yago, Jafar steals the lamp and becomes the genie's new master. He uses his first wish to become Sultan and his second one to become the world's most powerful sorcerer. Jafar then exposes Aladdin, exiling him and Abu to a frozen wasteland, and tortures the Sultan and Dahlia until Jasmine agrees to marry him. The genie secretly teleports the magic carpet to rescue Aladdin and Abu behind Jafar's back. At the wedding, as Aladdin returns to Agrabah, Jasmine steals the lamp from Jafar and jumps onto the magic carpet. Jafar then uses a sand twister to recapture Aladdin and Jasmine and destroy the magic carpet. As Jafar holds Jasmine, Dahlia, and the Sultan under his magic, Aladdin taunts Jafar for being second in power to the genie, goading him into using his last wish to become the most powerful being in the universe. Jafar turns into a genie and becomes trapped inside his own lamp, dragging Iago with him, and the genie banishes them to the Cave of Wonders. Abu rescues the magic carpet and Genie fixes it up. Jasmine, Dahlia, and the Sultan are freed from Jafar's magic. The genie encourages Aladdin to use his third wish to regain his royal title and legally marry Jasmine. Aladdin instead keeps his promise and frees the genie by using his last wish, allowing him to live as a human. Dahlia, the genie, and the Sultan know that Jasmine loves Aladdin. The Sultan crowns Jasmine the new Sultana Regnant, no longer bound to marry a prince, and she and Aladdin marry. Meanwhile, the genie marries Dahlia, and they start a family as they explore the world together. Cast. Main article, list of Disney's Aladdin characters. Will Smith as Genie/Mariner, a comical and kindly jinn who has the power to grant 3 wishes to whoever possesses his magic lamp. Smith said that he was terrified while playing the character, but that he found a lane that pays homage to Robin Williams' performance in the original animated film, while still making the role his own thing. 4. Smith described the character as both a trickster and a mentor, who tries to guide Aladdin to the truth of the greatness that's already within him. 1. Smith physically portrays the character when he is in the guise of a human, while his giant blue genie form is CGI, portrayed through motion capture performance. 5-6. Mena Massoud as Aladdin, an impoverished but kind-hearted Agrabah thief and street urchin who is in love with Princess Jasmine. Massoud said that Aladdin sees a future for himself that's greater than what's been set out for him at the present moment. He doesn't know exactly what it is or how he's going to get there, but he knows it is out there, and felt the character is very selfless and usually does things for other people, but as he falls in love he loses himself a little bit and starts to become someone that he's not. But he's a good person with good intentions and has good people surrounding him who lead him back to where he's supposed to be. 1. Naomi Scott as Jasmine, the beautiful princess of Agrabah and the daughter of the Sultan who wants to have a say in how she lives her life and falls in love with Aladdin. Scott said that the character will be strong and have fun, but also get it wrong and be emotional. She's a multidimensional woman, and she does not have to just be one thing. So in this movie, you see her go on such a roller coaster, as opposed to her one goal being to escape the loneliness of royalty and find a companion. She further stated that Jasmine will try to find the courage to speak out for her people, 7, and said that Jasmine wants to know what goes on in her kingdom and reconcile the distance that has been created, and Aladdin gives her the courage to do just that. 1. Marwan Kenzari as Jafar, a nefarious, deceptive, power-hungry sorcerer and the Grand Vizier of Agrabah who, frustrated with the Sultan's ways of ruling, devises a dastardly plot to overthrow him as the ruler of Agrabah by acquiring the genie's lamp. Jafar's backstory is explored in the film, which producer Jonathan I. Reich felt would make the audience understand why he's so bad, as that's what makes him such a good villain. 1. Naveed Negaban as the Sultan, the wise and noble ruler of Agrabah who is eager to find a capable husband for his daughter Jasmine. On playing the character, Negaban said that it was very scary because the Sultan has so many followers. Lots of people grew up with that character, so they have certain expectations. It's not just an animated character. This has become a real personality, a real persona. 8. He further stated that after I read the script, I felt that re-watching the original will pollute my vision of the live-action character. In the new Aladdin, the Sultan has more depth and is not a caricature of a father. But I will let you judge it for yourself. 9. Nazim Pedrad as Dahlia, Jasmine's handmaiden and confidant. Pedrad said that Dahlia has been by Jasmine's side for years and really looks out for her. Dahlia is the only new character from the main cast. Billy Magnuson as Prince Anders, a suitor and potential husband for Jasmine from the Kingdom of Scanland. 610. Numan Akar as Hakim, the head of the palace guards who is loyal to the Sultan of Agrabah. Alan Tudyk as the voice of Iago, Jafar's sardonic and intelligent Scarlet Macaw companion. 11. This is the first instance where the character is not voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. In this film, Iago is portrayed as a more realistic parrot. Frank Welker as the voices of Abu, Aladdin's kleptomaniac but loyal pet tufted Capuchin 12-13-14 Raja, Jasmine's loving pet Bengal tiger, and the Cave of Wonders, a sand guardian who guards the magic lamp from intruders and only gives it to someone who's worthy, a diamond in the rough. Out of the three roles, the latter is the only one for which he receives credit. Additionally, Talia Blair and Jordan A. Nash respectively play Genie and Dahlia's daughter and son, Leanne and Omar. Also, Robbie Haynes portrays Raizul, a palace guard. Nina Wadia plays Zula, a market trader who dislikes Aladdin. Wadia describes her appearance as more of a cameo as extra footage was needed after filming had wrapped. 15. Production. Development. On October 10, 2016, it was announced that Guy Ritchie would direct a live-action Aladdin film for Walt Disney Pictures, with John August writing the script and Dan Lin and Jonathan I. Reich attached as producers. The studio said that the film would be an ambitious and non-traditional take on the tale of Aladdin that would keep the musical elements of the original film. On the non-traditional aspect, the studio had originally planned for the film to be told in a non-linear format. 1617. On July 17, 2017, it was announced that Disney had hired Vanessa Taylor to polish the original screenplay by August, specifically some character work and what is called script doctoring. 18. Meanwhile, Ritchie and the studio focused on casting the other main roles with filming slated to start in August in London. 19. When asked about Ritchie's take on the film, Pasek and Paul described it as very muscular and action-packed. 2021-22. Casting. In February 2017, Lin said that they were looking for a diverse cast and that they would not try to make Prince of Persia